Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name's Colleen and today we are going to talk about The Princess of Mars by Edgar Rice Burroughs. If you are not familiar with The Princess of Mars, that's probably fine, but you should be familiar with some of Edgar Rice Burroughs' other works, notably Tarzan. This book was written in 1912. Tarzan was written in 1914. So we need to put this in some cultural context, first of all, and second of all, it's written by an American, so the first part of the book is kind of rough. It follows a man, John Carter, and him and his friend are going to go and look for gold. So they find a nice vein of gold, his friend goes off, and then he gets killed by Native Americans, some racist things happen, and then John Carter ends up on Mars, and magically he's like looking up at the planet, and then he's there. So I mean, like, that part was rough. That was the first little bit, and like the first few lines of the actual story were quite like gripping. Oh, they have suggested further reading, so that's interesting. Thank you, Penguin. It talks about how John Carter is old and how he's never died. So like, you're expecting this fun tale about immortality in space, and you kind of get that. So when he first gets there, he's kind of kidnapped by a band of green men who are like savage. Actually savage. They really enjoy killing each other. These green men have like extreme longevity, so they don't die. The leading cause of death is murder. So then they introduce another race on Mars called the Red Men, which is kind of interesting to contrast them from the Red Men of Earth. I use quotation marks because that's what he calls them in the book. Again, some racism. The Red Men on Mars are quite sophisticated. They have like cities. They keep the atmosphere on Mars like livable. And yeah, so later on, the princess of this red civilization gets captured by the green men, and then John Carter works to free them. Basic premise of the book. Also, the atmosphere machine breaks. So it's interesting. The discussions about language were interesting. The discussions about Mars were interesting. But this is really like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, and I don't know how to review it. So I feel like I've just been saying things, and I don't know how much they mean. I rated it a 3 out of 5. It wasn't the best book that I've read. It wasn't the worst book that I've read. But I'm not entirely sure that I really enjoyed it. So yeah, The Princess of Mars, Edgar Rice Burroughs, 3 stars. We'll continue on in this series if I can ever find the second book. If you've also read The Princess of Mars or Tarzan, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Edgar Rice Burroughs, especially if you have complicated feelings about him. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. But if not, that's fine too. But we'll see you in the next review coming soon.